During my first few minutes of Gunbrella, created by the developers at Doinksoft, I immediately knew that I would love it. It is dripping with personality and was obviously made with great love and care. During my 6 hours with the game, I embarked on a story of vengeance that was filled with heart, humor, and good old gory fun. Thank you to Devolver Digital for the early access code. Here is my review for Gunbrella. Gunbrella starts with a murder. Upon arriving home, you discover that someone has killed your wife, set your house on fire, and kidnapped your infant child. The killer leaves behind the titular Gunbrella, a literal umbrella and gun hybrid. As our main character searches for his wife's murderer, he will face an occult dead set on resurrecting a dead god, help townspeople, and fight against monsters beyond imagination. This noir-esque story introduces you quickly to its world and its story. I found myself rooting for our Gunbrella-toting mass murderer right out the gate. The mission structure of Gunbrella isn't something that I expected. I thought the story would be fairly linear, but as you progress, you will meet funnily written characters that you can do side missions for. You can also complete these side missions in any order that you like. Completing these quests grants you bonuses or materials that you can use to upgrade yourself. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the story, but I felt as though it could have been a tad shorter. Near the end of the campaign, it seems as though things are dragging along a bit. The journey was surprising in some truly hilarious and sometimes frightening ways, and complements the gameplay very well. While you progress through the story, you will be shooting, dodging, and gliding your way through Gunbrella's various combat arenas. This is the core of the game, and boy is it a blast. Your Gunbrella is essentially a tricked-out shotgun that allows the ability to switch between your ammo types like grenades and rifle rounds. This keeps things simple, while also providing much-needed weapon variety. You can also upgrade it later in the game to transform it into an even more powerful killing machine. The gunplay still feels great to play, and the sound design makes the gun feel like a powerhouse. Movement is smooth and responsive, never making the combat feel unfair as a result. Enemy designs are varied enough to where you never feel like you're fighting the same enemy for too long. Some levels end in pretty freaky boss fights that were a surprise and a delight to behold. The boss fights aren't too difficult and hit that balance between challenging and fun. While useful in combat, the Gunbrella is also useful in traversal. You can use it to glide and also boost yourself in any direction. This comes in handy when you're trying to reach a high wall, to wall jump, or close a distance. You can also use the Gunbrella on zip lines, allowing you to zip around the combat arenas with ease. In the Gunbrella, you start with 4 hearts of health that don't regenerate. You can either regenerate them with food items, or by using various rest points spread throughout the game. This promotes a great deal of strategic play, as you have to keep an eye out on how much health you have left. You will ask yourself whether it's worth it to go in for the kill, or back away and heal so you can live to fight on. These rest points also save the game, and are generously spread throughout the levels, so if you died, you won't be doing too much backtracking. All of the core elements of Gunbrella come together in a really well-designed mission that takes place in a factory. As you make your way through the factory, you have to activate parts of it bit by bit, which in turn prompts you to use another one of Gunbrella's gameplay systems. I won't spoil too much about it, but it's when I had the most fun with the game, and where the gameplay truly shined. Overall, Gunbrella delivers a good, blood-soaked time with its combat. Gunbrella's art style is simply superb. Not only does it complement the story, but it also succeeds in setting a completely unique vibe for the game. It has a noir-type look with some of its horror elements that I found sufficiently unsettling. Every asset sports a decayed and worn look that reflects on the state of the character, but also the world that is built here. Level variety is great, and as you jump from one biome to the next, you are treated with enough difference in scenery that keeps things feeling fresh. Art design is something that doesn't disappoint here. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed my playthrough of Gunbrella. The meaty and responsive combat is supported by an engaging and well-written story that I feel could have had a little bit of fat trimmed off of it. I would recommend this to anyone who is even slightly a fan of the genre. Gunbrella is available on PC and Switch September 13th. It also runs well and plays great on Steam Deck, which is where I played for most of my playthrough. Don't forget to check out Caitlin's review of Lightbringer by Pierce Brown and Stefan's review of Dead Poet Society. For everything else geeky, stay right here on the Geek Wave.